Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nen, coming to you live from Nen's Gaming. And for today's video, I gotta stop trying to talk fast. For today's video, I'll be going over the Week 4 scores from around the league in this Madden 05 franchise mode series with the 32 teams that I'm doing, as well as going over players of the week, worst trailer player of the game, and some updates around the league. And I'll also be going over the stat leaders after 4 weeks, after the first 4 weeks of the NFL season have been, completed. So here we go. Patriots, Bills wasn't even close. Patriots stomped the Bills at Buffalo 41-10. Eagles win a 7-point game against the Bears. Probably a little too close for comfort for the Eagles, but they get the job done on the road. Beat the Bears. Now they're 4-0, while the Bears are 0-4. The Cleveland Browns get their first win of the 2004 season, led by a huge rushing performance by William Green, and I'll show you the stats that he had from this game in a second. The Giants lose a heartbreaker at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, 27-24. They were driving down the field last drive, but then Kurt Warner fumbled the football, and the Packers recovered to pretty much seal the game. The Texans defense sacks Rich Gannon 9 times, and they pull away from the Raiders late 38-21. The Jaguars get their first win of the year, 34-31 against the Colts. Steelers pull away from the Bengals late. Steelers defense struggled mightily in the first half. Yet in the second half, they were able to slam the door shut on the Bengals offense. They shut them out in the second half and outscored them 10-0 to win by a score of 38-24. The Cardinals in dominating fashion, blow out the Saints 41-3. Saints, they almost got shut out, but late in the fourth quarter, they decided to kick a field goal to get on the board and avoid being shut out. This 4 o'clock matchup, the I-85 rivalry, the Panthers beat the Falcons 34-21. Round 1 of the I-85 rivalry. Really, the difference in this game was John Casey making his field goals while Jay Feely missed 2 of his field goals. If he makes 2 of those field goals, the Falcons, I mean, it's just a 7-point game pretty much. But that was the difference. The Jets pull away from the Dolphins late as they go to 3-0, while the Dolphins fall to 0-4, and they're still looking for their first win of the year, 32-24. Orlando Murray tried his hardest to, win the game, but 6 field goals. They only put up 6 field goals and 1 touchdown on offense. That's just not going to get the job done. This was a high-scoring affair. The Titans beat the Chargers 45-38. Titans were able to go down the field, score the game-winning touchdown with 1 second left. The Broncos improved to 4-0 as they hold on to beat the Buccaneers at Tampa 30-20. Broncos forced 3 more takeaways, and now through 4 weeks they now lead the league with 17 takeaways, and they have a plus 11 turnover differential. This was no contest. The Rams shut out the 49ers 35-0. And the Monday Night Football game that y'all saw recently, the Chiefs were able to go into Baltimore, score the game-winning touchdown, and upset the Ravens to get on the win column. Now for the Week 5 matchups. Lions at Falcons. Falcons 3-1, Lions 2-1. NFC East showdown between the Giants and the Cowboys. Vikings, after their bye week, they're at Houston. Raiders taking on the Colts in Indy. Peyton Manning looking to put up more touchdown passes on opposing defense. The poor Miami Dolphins have to go into Gillette Stadium and try and get a win against the Patriots. The Buccaneers, Saints, NFC South rivalry. And then you have an AFC North rivalry between the Browns and the Steelers. Jets look to improve to 4-0 as they host the Buffalo Bills in a 4 o'clock matchup. 1-3 teams battling it out. Really, this is a must win for both squads. Loser of this game can kiss their playoff hopes goodbye, even though it's only week 5. Panthers take on the undefeated Broncos at Mile High. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Chris Collinsworth going to be doing that calling that game. Cardinals take on the winless 49ers. The Rams will be traveling out to Seattle to see if they can beat the undefeated Seahawks. And then 2 primetime games. Sunday night between the Ravens and Washington. And then the Monday Night Football game between 2-3-1 squads at Lambeau Field. Titans and the Packers. These are the standings through 4 weeks. The Seahawks and the Eagles are the 2 undefeated teams in the NFC, while the Broncos and the Jets are the 2 undefeated teams in the AFC. Really, the only team running away that seems to be running away with the division thus far, although it's early, might be the Broncos. That's about it. Alright, now to the players of the week. William Green, as I mentioned before, had a big game for the Browns as he pretty much carried them to victory with 26 carries, 235 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dante Robinson, the rookie cornerback for the Houston Texans, 6 tackles and interception, which was a pick 6. And those are your offensive player and defensive players of the week from the AFC side. Then on the NFC side, Josh McCown, 4 touchdown passes, as the Cardinals were able to trounce the Saints. Both Anquan Bolden and Larry Fitzgerald had 100 receiving yards and a touchdown, respectively. And then on the NFC side, Kevin Garrett of the Rams, 9 tackles, a pick 6. And then the horse trailer player of the game, Tony Gonzalez, 10 catches, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. And as for updates, we have a couple of starting quarterback changes and trades. You see there. Big week for trades. See there, the Buccaneers and the Chargers traded. They swapped receivers. Buccaneers traded Keenan McCardell to the Chargers in exchange for a 3rd-round pick and Tim Dwight. Cowboys traded away Vinny Testaverde for basically a 6th round and 7th round pick swap. While the Ravens, due to the season-ending injury for Kyle Bowler, they had to trade for a backup quarterback. Cordell Stewart's the starting quarterback for the rest of the year. As for other quarterback changes, let's see. Ken Dorsey's the 49ers starting quarterback. Tony Romo is the new Cowboys starting quarterback. Cowboys trying to see if they can get a look at him due to Quincy Carter's erratic, ineffective play at times. Drew Brees is holding on to the starting quarterback job, but not for long, as you see there. And the Buccaneers bench Brad Johnson, moving down to the 3rd string quarterback role, as Brian Griese is the new quarterback 1 for them. And Chris Sims is the number 2 guy. Young Chris Sims. So, that'll do it for this episode. I'll be back with some more content from the Week 5 NFL Week 5 slate of games. As always, take care, stay safe, love y'all, peace.